So a while ago, CNA Insider released a video showing how you can save $10,000 in 9 months on a fresh grad salary, and immediately I could tell that the comments were going to be very juicy. No girlfriend, no loan, no mortgage payment, of course can save 10k a year lah. No girlfriend is key. He doesn't have a girlfriend. Single? Challenge accepted. That's why in this video, I will show you how you can not just save 10k in 9 months, but also while earning less than the median fresh grad salary, while you are having a girlfriend, repaying your student loans, giving your parents an allowance, or while having enough money to invest. But before I start, do join my 9,000 members Telegram chat group to discuss or ask any questions that you might have. In the video, CNA Insider assumes that the take-home pay is 2.8k a month or 3.5k before CPF. But obviously, not everyone is going to earn that much money, right? Especially if you are a fresh grad from SIT with a bachelor's in business administration in food business management, who has the lowest average gross monthly salary among all fresh graduates at 2.9k. So let's just use this number, but round it up to 3k for easier calculation. This means I will have a take-home pay of 2.4k after I reluctantly, happily contribute 20% of my pay to CPF. While the general budgeting rule is to allocate 50% to your needs, 30% to your wants, and save the remaining 20%, this rule doesn't really apply here, since we are aiming to save 10k in 9 months, or $1,111 every month, which puts the savings rate at 46% of our take-home pay. Hint, that's totally doable, yeah. So first, let's settle our most important expense, food. Food can be broken down into a few sections: breakfast, lunch, and dinner. For breakfast, probably the best way to save money is to go to our office to eat their free pantry food. But obviously, not every office will provide free snacks, right? So the second best way is to prepare breakfast at home. For this, we can allocate about $42 for our entire month of breakfast. This allows us to buy 4 loaves of fair price enriched white bread from NTUC Fair Price at just $1.95 each, 2 packets of fair price breakfast ham at $2.98 each, 1 packet of unsalted butter which costs $4.50, 3 packets of pasta fresh eggs which costs $2.90 each, and 1.3 kg tin of Milo which costs $14.78. But of course, these items are not fixed and can change every month, yeah? But here are 3 simple tips on how to save on groceries. First, make sure to sign up for the membership card, which will let you earn additional points to offset your future purchases. For example, FairPrice has their NTUC card, while Giant and Cold Storage has their U card. Second, check out their weekly deals, which will allow you to enjoy additional discounts. Third, try to buy FairPrice house brand products. They are essentially the same products as branded products, but are much cheaper. Next, we can budget $150 per month for lunch, or $5 per meal. This includes eating out with my colleagues whenever we are working at the office, as well as meal prepping quick and easy meals whenever we are at home. Pro tip: while eating out is expensive, especially in the CBD area, one easy way to find cheap food is by heading to goware.gov.sg/budgetmeal to find budget meals near your workplace. As for meal prepping, maybe you are like,
but I don't know how to cook.
Don't worry, there are many easy ways to cook your meals. For example, you can check out creators like Amy Cooks Food, as well as Nomadad Eats on Instagram to learn how to prepare super simple rice cooker meals. Then for dinner, we usually eat at home with our family, as it's a lot cheaper. But of course, we are not freeloaders, so we are going to contribute to groceries. For this, we can budget about $50 toward groceries for 27 dinners at home, as I want to eat out maybe 4 to 5 times a month, because you know, I got a girlfriend. This budget allows me to buy 5 kg of fair price white rice worth $8.08, 13 packets of 220 grams of pasta xiao bai cai at $1.07 each, 2 packets of 1 kg Sadia frozen chicken fillet worth $8.38 each, and 1 packet of 30 pasta fresh eggs worth $6.20. Again, the ingredients can be changed, so we won't be eating the same stuff every month. As for the rest of the days, we'll be eating out with our friends or treating our girlfriend to a meal. So let's say every week we go on dates with our girlfriend at a nice Japanese restaurant. A typical meal will cost about $20 per person plus a CB Atas $6 dessert, which we can share together because more romantic ma. This would cost up to $50 per week or $200 per month. But since our girlfriend is a strong independent woman, she will also contribute to meals every once in a while. So let's just say she pays for 30% of the expenses. That brings down the total to $140. Besides that, I will also treat my family to a meal once a month. So with 4 people in my family and a budget of $30 per pax, this will amount to $120 every month. So if we add up our dining expenses, every month we will be spending around $512 on food. This takes up about 21% of our take-home pay, which, fun fact, is pretty close to the average food expenditure of Singaporeans. Quick pause. If you have a home loan with banks, listen up. When interest rates go down, you can do something called mortgage refinancing, where you take out a new loan from another bank, typically with a lower interest rate, to replace your existing mortgage, thereby saving on monthly repayments. But which bank has the best mortgage loan right now? It can be super tedious to go and check one bank at a time. And that's where PropertyGuru Finance can help. PropertyGuru Finance is an online mortgage marketplace that helps to simplify every step of your home loan journey. And yes, that includes refinancing. With their innovative Smart Refi feature, you can now check your refinancing eligibility and see your potential savings in under 2 minutes. To use it, you can head over to PropertyGuru Finance homepage. Under the Refinance menu, click Track Your Savings and start Smart Refi. Then just answer some quick questions about your current mortgage, and with that, you now have a personalized refinancing proposal. With this proposal, you will now know whether you should refinance now or later, how much you could potentially save by refinancing, and what are the best refinancing home loans based on your unique needs. PropertyGuru Finance isn't just about online tools. It also has a team of dedicated mortgage experts ready to handle the end-to-end home loan refinancing application. So if you decide to proceed with your refinancing, you can just simply click Customize and book a call with one of their mortgage experts. PropertyGuru Finance has access to the best refinancing rates from 13 major banks in Singapore. Its in-house mortgage experts will help you compare rates and craft a refinancing plan tailored to your specific financial goals, whether it's saving money each month or freeing up cash for future plans. So if you are curious about refinancing, head over to the PropertyGuru Finance website, try out Smart Refi, and see if it's time to make your home loan work smarter for you. Moving on, for phone plan, I will just go with SIM Roam Plus 4G plan, which gives us a rather decent 100GB data, 300 minutes talk time, and 100 SMS. Plus, if I ever go to Malaysia for a short weekend getaway, I will also get a 2GB Malaysia data roaming, all at a super low price of just $10.10. And oh yeah, if you use the code Kelvin when signing up, you can also get extra chances to win the Samsung watch. Next, since I went to university and took a student loan, and not the father-mother sponsorship, I will have to repay my student loan. According to the university website, the total cost for my degree would be around $27,900, which means a student loan that covers 90% of the fees would be around $25,110. Assuming that the loan has a 4.5% interest rate and I'm paying back $300 every month, the loan will take 8 years and 5 months to be paid off, which I have to admit is a super long time. But of course, if I ever receive additional bonuses or pay raise, I can just increase the repayment amount. Next, as I'm still staying with my parents and have not moved out yet, I don't have to pay for any house mortgage or rent. Then maybe you will say,
this is cheating.
Well, not quite. This is called being smart. A report estimated that 97% of unmarried individuals aged between 15 to 34 still live with their parents. So this is a perfectly normal situation. And even if I have my own home, I could just easily pay for the mortgage using my CPF OA savings. So I will still get to keep my cash for other expenses. But is this considered freeloading of my parents? Well, yes, but no, since I'm also giving allowance to my parents because, you know, I'm a filial child. According to Straits Times, about 86% of Gen Zs give $500 or less a month to their parents, with half of the respondents giving 10 to 20% of their salary to their parents. So we will just follow the market rate and just give $300 to our parents. However, since I'm in my 20s, my parents are likely still in their 50s and are still working. Because of that, they don't really need that cash allowance. So I can actually contribute to their CPF instead. That way, I will get to boost their retirement funds when they eventually retire while getting some tax reliefs in the process. I call that a win-win. So if you top up $150 each month to each parent's CPF, you can totally write off income tax in 10 months. After that, we can choose to give our parents $150 cash each for the remaining 2 months. Next up, transport fare. Let's say I live in the weirdest place in Singapore, Yishun, and have to travel to Raffles Place to work from Mondays to Fridays. A one-way fare would cost $2.04, so that is $4.08 for a round trip. Though, if you tap into the MRT before 7:45 AM during weekdays, you will get to save 50 cents off our transport fare. So that's just $3.58 per day or $17.90 per week. Every Friday after work, I will meet my friends or girlfriend at Suntec City for dinner. This will cost me an extra $1.19 every week. Then, during weekends, since I'm not an otaku and I love traveling around Singapore, I will just allocate $2.23 for a one-way trip from Yishun to Pasir Ris. So that is $8.92 for a round trip on both Saturdays and Sundays. If we add all that up, that would be $28.01 per week, or $112 per month. Let's just round it up to $120 for any additional travel expenses. Moving on, it's important to get insurance too, with the most important ones being healthcare insurance, critical illness insurance, as well as personal accident insurance. A typical health insurance with integrated shield plan for a 25-year-old would cost around $612, out of which about 50% is payable via cash, or the remaining amount is payable via MediSave. So we will just assume the monthly cash amount is around $25.50 a month. Then for critical illness insurance, I will be getting term life insurance instead of a whole life plan. And definitely not ILP. Since term life insurance is the cheapest, the recommended coverage is around 10 times of our annual salary, which in this case would be around 360k coverage. Using Compare First, I found that the cheapest plan would be by Etika with an annual premium of $624 a year or $52 a month. And finally, for personal accident insurance, I will just go with Manulife's Ready Protect, which has an annual premium of $104 or $9 a month. So in total, I will need to pay around $86.50 per month for my insurance. But here's a tip. Instead of breaking it down to monthly payments, it's always cheaper to one-shot pay for your insurance every year, as you usually get about 2 to 3% of your premiums by paying for it annually. Next, while it's important to budget and save as much money as possible, we also need to allocate some money for our wants. Otherwise, what's the point of saving if we do not even enjoy the process? So let's allocate $100 for our leisure spending every month. That will be more than enough to buy the new Arisim shirt from Uniqlo, or a new PS5 game, or an electronics that we have been eyeing for some time. Otherwise, we can also save it for our year-end holiday trip. Also, always make sure to use the correct credit card for your spending. For example, if you usually shop at Shopee, and if you are a cashback person, the UOB One card gives an additional 5% cashback on top of the 3.33% cashback. Then make sure to always go through Shopback to earn an additional 0.1% cashback, which may seem small, but will add up over time. I've earned about $500 from Shopback ever since I started using it a few years ago. Otherwise, if you are a fan of miles, you can use cards like the City Rewards card plus Instagram Amaze combo or the DBS Women's World card to earn 4 miles per dollar for online spend. Additionally, you can also go through HeyMax or Shopee, where you get to earn an additional 1 max miles per dollar. And in return, we'll let you eventually exchange for business flight tickets. If we add up all our spendings, this will come out to around $1,428.60. Assuming we are using the UOB One card, we will earn a base 3.33% cashback on groceries as well as dining out at restaurants. Then for online shopping at Shopee and public transport rides, you will earn another 8.33% cashback. This means you'll be earning around $25 in credit card cashbacks. Additionally, if you were to use HSBC EGA to pay for our credit card bills via Gyro, you will earn another 1% cashback, which comes up to 25 cents. It ain't much, but it's honest work, yeah? So in summary, our spending will come out to be around $1,403, while we get to save the remaining $997. This means we have actually fallen short of our savings goal of saving $1,111 a month. However, let's not stop there. Let's continue and see how we can optimize this further. First, while it's tempting to just plonk down all our savings into some zero risk to low risk platforms like high interest savings account, government bonds, and money market funds to earn a quick and easy 3 to 4% return, it is not the best choice as the inflation is also around 3 to 4%. So essentially, you are getting zero returns after factoring in inflation. Instead, we will need to split up our savings into short-term, medium-term, and long-term savings. Short-term savings are the money we need within a few days to a few weeks, like our dinner expenses, credit card bills, as well as emergency funds. We can park these savings in high-interest savings accounts like UOB1, which gives an interest rate of 3% per annum. Otherwise, if you are unable to fulfill the salary crediting criteria, and if you are okay with a bit of risk, you can park them in money market funds to earn around 3.6% return instead. Next, medium-term savings are money that you need within a few months to a few years, like our year-end holiday trip, BTO down payments, weddings, and renovations. Because you know, my girlfriend cannot forever wait for me, right? For this money, we can park them in Singapore savings bonds to lock in a high 3+% interest for the next 10 years. Then finally, our long-term savings are to secure our financial future so that we can eventually retire comfortably. These are the money that we will need to invest into the stock market to beat inflation. I won't dive into how to invest your money as it's an entirely separate topic on its own. But for more info, you can check out this video here. Besides splitting up your money appropriately, the other thing you can do is to take advantage of all those ongoing promotions to earn even more money. For example, Weibo has a 7% Money Boo promotion to earn up to $1,750. UOB promotion where you can earn some money. Likewise, for SC Bonus Saver accounts as well as HSBC EGA. Otherwise, if you're applying for any travel insurance or credit card, you can also check out SingSaver promotions to earn some free gifts along the way. So make sure to follow my Telegram chat group to stay up to date on all these promotions. As you can see, if you make full use of these promotions, I'm quite sure you'll still be able to hit 10k in 9 months. So it's not about how much you earn, but rather how much you can save and optimize your spendings. Anyway, hope you found this useful. Like, share and subscribe as I'll be posting new videos every Monday, Wednesday and Friday.